It's all the way live. It's all the way live. We are back from Amsterdam. Here we are at the NDSM Wharf. It's going down. We have reached the second half of day one. 6 games in the books, 6 more to go. Top 2 from each group advance to tomorrow's semifinals, not to mention the conclusion of the women's series later on today that my partner in crime will be handling. He's here with me, Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. Say what's up, Boz?
Hello.
Boz is here, I'm here. The boys are 3x3, so is Miami, so is Lausanne. Question is, will Miami put forth a more impressive effort than we saw in their opening loss to Hangzhou? So offense was flat. I don't think they can afford to play that way against Lausanne. I know Lausanne are a new made roster. They've had their struggles too. But Miami have got to play Miami 3x3 if they want to be playing here in Amsterdam tomorrow.
Agreed. They never got into their flow. They couldn't get any shots from the outside going. I mean, credits to Hangzhou for their defense on this, guys. But you usually see them revert to a driving kick. And that didn't work either, and they could not figure Hangzhou out. So let's see how they fare against Lausanne, who's not a small squad either.
That's true. And credit to Hangzhou, who were able to take Miami out of their comfort zone, but understanding what's at stake here, and also understanding that Miami, they won the Utrecht opener that featured the top 10 ranked teams in the world. They beat Amsterdam, the Olympic gold medalists. So we know what the potential is. Although the roster is slightly different, no James Parrott, they do have Trey Bardsley with Henry Caruso, Mitch Hahn, and Dylan Travis. But the time for Miami is now. It is truly now or never as it relates to this Amsterdam Masters. So Lausanne, an interesting collection of players this year. This will be the first time we see the Juice Man, Marco Liman, playing here in 2025, as he will make his debut with the new-look Lausanne team, but a long-time member of this Swiss squad. There's a new face, not to 3x3, but to this squad. Looking good in the hot pink. Looks very Miami of Przemysław Zamoyski.
There's a bunch of ice colors out here, huh?
Yes. Jonathan Dubas, the destroyer in the middle. And we've seen him dominate games, and we've seen him disappear.
Get more emotional than he should.
I love Jonathan Dubas, and I don't ever want anybody to think I'm getting on him, but when you see the potential in a player like him, the expectations are always at a certain level.
You are right.
And I think he can be that dominant. Not to forget about Carlos Martinez, the silent assassin, who rounds out the Lausanne 4.
No, but I agree with you. I saw Dubas last year when he was on Team Freeboard in a couple of challenger that I had to host. And look, he was straight dominance. 8 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, shot the 2-ball at a 38% clip. That is the type of stuff you can see from Jonathan Dubas, straight dominance. But then some games he gets distracted, he gets emotional, and then he starts doing things that you don't want him to do.
Yeah.
Drive into a crowd, chuck up some shots that he shouldn't chuck up. Pure frustration from him sometimes. So let's see how long he can keep it together, because once he does, and look, not to go too long here, but I can attest to this. I used to play with a little bit of emotion sometimes.
Yes. Yes. Boss, you argue with the officials constantly.
Constantly, yes.
I called those games, remember?
Yes. I may or may not have had a constant discussion there. But there's a certain line you got to toe, right? You can't go over that line. You got to be somewhat focused with the emotions as well.
Yeah. Jonathan Dubas in 3 games in Chengdu a little over a week ago, the man averaged 7.5 points and 7.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah, that's
right. I think he had a 13-point single game performance, which helped kind of boost those stats up. But when it mattered most, they finished 7th there. But when it mattered most in the quarterfinals, they took him out of the game. So we'll see. We will see. Lausanne back in business here in the Dam. The voice of 3x3, Kyle Montgomery in your ear with my homie, Boz Rosendahl, the Mountain. Early whistle with Lausanne on the charge. A victory for the Swiss / Polish / Spanish would secure their spot in the quarterfinals. The kick up, Caruso, 2-ball.
You can shoot those a little bit.
I'm not mad at it. I think that every player, ideally, you know, on a roster, a 3x3 roster, needs to be able to do everything comparably, right?
Agreed.
If you're going to be the most dangerous version of a squad. Trigger Trey is dangerous, but not when he's dribbling the ball off his ankle bone. And that'll go out of bounds. Turnover for Miami.
All right, deadlock early.
And the juice man, Marco Lemon, one of the sharpest shooters in 3x3 in his time playing this game. He won't touch it. And Johnny D will miss it short range. Caruso up top. The real deal. Finds Trigger Trey to scoop D-do. That'll get Miami on the board. Whoa! Bardsley. That's a winning possession.
That is a winning possession. You break up a play, that is going to be a for sure Lausanne bucket. But look at this. Have you ever seen a scoop floating?
Yes. A couple
without
times.
root beer?
The scoop floating. That was nice from Bardsley. He got that in his game. We think of him as a long-range shooter primarily. But at that size, you got to be crafty. You got to have some scoop floaties.
Yes, you do.
Zebo, oh, now he will miss dribble it. The Moisky, a two-time Olympian, by the way. Put some respect on Zebo's name as he's carried the torch with Poland, dating back to the Michael Money in the Bank Hicks days. And he's still going at 39 years young. The feed inside. Princeton alum Caruso with 2 to shoot. Mitch Hahn. That goes begging. CeeLo. To Zebo. Driving strong. Left off the glass. No bueno. Bardsley. Caruso. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, he got stuck in between a layup and a dunk there.
Well, he went up like he was about to throw it down, and I just think that he glitched. The game froze, and he blows the bunny. Martinez, Zamoyski, Carlos off the iron. Zebo, offensive rebound. No, but another offensive board for Lausanne. And they'll let, yeah, Dubas, you could definitely shuffle those feet.
Yeah, that's smart defense, though, by Caruso. He gave him some physical sense, give him a little shove, and Dubas then had to move backwards into him. Caruso stepped back, forced to travel. As a player, as a post player, I can attest to this, right? So you want the physical contact. A player like Jonathan Dubas wants to have contact so he can spin off of you, manipulate your arms, whatever, do anything to get a bucket. So Caruso, for him to push and then step back, it's tough because you want to get the contact, so you just run into it.
Well, I think that's how you got to play bigs. Worthy does a good job at that, too. Giving a little bit of physicality, then moving off.
Yep.
Kind of scrambles the big's brains. Nice setup to Trigger Trey. When you look at this Miami team and that 6-point loss to Hangzhou to start, they shot 2 of 13 from long range. The leading scorers were both Travis and Bardsley with 5 points, but Mitch Hahn, who was the MVP in Utrecht, he scored 2 points. 0 of 4 from 2-point range. They got to get more from Big City as Dubas delivers on the inside and gives Travis a little extra shove. The real deal. Getting into Trigger Trey, the long arms of Dubas. Oh, right back.
Trey with a quick draw. Okay.
Martinez moving left. Step back, 2-ball to the chin. Paya. 3 up. And you can see the passion from the Spaniard. Carlos Martinez, the silent assassin. He's not being so silent now, is he?
He is not.
2-man game. Caruso Getting D'd up. Dylan, Travis, no, that's a Russell Westbrook. The length and the size and the effort defensively from Lausanne, making things tough on Miami here early.
And let's go to the fan wall, y'all. Shout out to everybody with that FX cam. I see y'all represented. We got some 3x3 superheroes in the building. Hey, be sure to scan that.
So again, top 2 from each group advance to tomorrow's quarterfinals. A $40,000 grand prize is at stake. Each and every World Tour Masters. World Tour Finals way late in October in Bahrain. So we got a total of 15 stops before we get there. Big city. Effort, extra effort. Gets it to go. Zamoyski on the cut, quick find. Defense turns to offense just like that. Trigger Trey. Yep. Martinez, nope. 6-5 at the stake.
Miami finally get a 2-point shot to go down after that tough performance in their first game, 2 for 13. I don't think they got one this game before that one either.
No, well, for Bardsley, you can see his eyes light up because he finally got a look. He's a 2-point specialist.
Yes.
But in game 1, he got very few looks. The 1-2 ball that he hit, he was fading to the left. Now he's in takeover mode. 3 straight for Trigger Trey. 2-point lead for Miami. Martinez looking for his second deuce. Not going to happen. There's Trey, no hesitation. He'll miss it. But he's that deadly of a shooter. He's got the green light like that. In the meantime, it's Dylan Travis lacing it like Victoria's Secrets. 9-5.
He got that shot off of a Trey Bardsley screen. Look at this. And a guard-to-guard screen, especially with 2 undersized guards like that, is very tough to guard, especially for this bigger Lausanne team, too.
You know, I think Miami's a better team when Dylan Travis is aggressive as opposed to being a little bit more passive and facilitating.
Yes.
I know that he's grown into that role, but we saw in Utrecht,
they needed it.
When he's knocking it down, he's lethal.
Agreed. And again, look, it wasn't a luxury to have him do that. Like I mentioned, they needed him to get that win.
Absolutely.
And I think his mindset should be, and hopefully is, to try to get back to that level.
But he only turned it on when he sensed that the team needed a spark. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him just be aggressive from the outset. But hell, what do I know?
Yeah, it's not like we're in the locker room with them.
No, I got cut off my sophomore team. Now I talk about basketball for a living. There's a reason I don't play the game. So what?
Yeah, I remember some of the one-on-ones I saw you play.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, never mind.
See?
You did well. You did well.
That's right. I won that one-on-one you saw. It was ugly, but a win. Oh, double denial. Martinez and Dubas stopping Mitch Hahn. So that'll leave 9 seconds on the shot clock here. Bardsley to the Caruso. Trigger, Trey. No. Pick and slip. Dubas knuckleballed it. Hahn sweeps it out to Caruso. He finds himself home alone like Macaulay Culkin. 11-5. Dubas, 2-piece, no, Zamoyski. Hustles it down inside to Johnny Dean. Bardsley, no hesitation with the quickies. Hey, Bardsley's balling right now.
Bardsley is hooping, and that man's speed is a problem. We've talked about this in the past. I think it's hard with this Miami squad. All 6 players on the roster and add a new dynamic to the team. But his speed, his quickness, and his shooting really unlocks a lot of things. for this Miami squad.
Disruptive. We mentioned that the women's series also going on here this weekend. You think of a player like, say, Claudia Pop.
Yeah.
For Giorda. Her speed alone can completely break down the defense. As you see, Trigger Trey Bardsley is going off. Oh, Trigger Trey. He is spraying the place. Take cover. Lausanne shows some teeth. They fight back, but Trey ain't done yet. He's knocking everything down like he's walking in the dark. 17-10.
That's a new one. I hadn't heard that yet.
3:38 to go. Man, Trigger Trey. Yup. Come on.
That man can go on a nuclear heater, man. It is incredible to watch. Once he's got that first shot out of the way, you can just see him get comfortable, and he will blast off.
He is a specialist. But when he's knocking it down like this, then it opens up the lane. Now he's blowing by guys. He's breaking down the defense. He's creating open shots for his teammates. That's why Trey Bardsley is a valuable add to the team. And now you'll find Travis. He will miss it. But a comfy lead for Miami. They lead at 17-10. A must-win situation for the boys from South Beach. 3:19 to go. The big boys bang. Oh, he got that to go. Mitch Hahn. He will leave that one abbreviated. Travis finds Hahn. Mitch, big cinnamon. That makes it an 8-point contest. Give and go, CeeLo. He will lay it. But this one looks like it is going to be a Miami victory. Is it going to be the Caruso? No. How about Hahn? Bardsley on the bench for the offense. Oh, he didn't forget the tip. A gratuitous play from Dylan Travis. What's the standard tip here in the Netherlands?
You just get to figure it out on your own.
Okay, 10%.
10% probably.
10% is the minimum in the state.
2012.
But I don't think we're a big tipping culture, though.
Really?
I mean, we pay our waiters.
No, you're not going to make any new American fans with that.
Well, I'm sure the waiters in the United States would feel differently about that if they got paid.
No, well, you spent your time in the States too, you know.
Yeah, I did.
Point game, Miami. Martinez coming around. Wait a minute, got a whistle. Hold on. So when you ask Miami to respond, this is the type of game that you want to see, especially from Bardsley in particular.
Yeah, but this is encouraging for Miami anyways, because again, I told you they didn't get into their flow, and they're a flow-based offensive team. They never got into that flow, and now they're clicking, right? And then you can see everything works. A drive, they just look back, somebody happens to cut, somebody happens to be open, and it's working for them. And sometimes you need a wake-up like that at the start of a tournament, right?
But also you need a game breaker, right? For me, I think that you need one player that is a dangerous offensive weapon. You think of Jimmer Fredette, who retired this year, and what he brought to Team Miami and USA Basketball 3x3. He was a one-man wrecking ball all within a team concept. James Parrott has that ability. Mitch Hahn en route to that MVP showed that he has that ability.
I think Dylan Travis actually showed it on day two.
Yeah, Dylan too. But I think Bardsley's game is more dependable. That was ugly, but it went.
I'm about to say that
Let's keep it a buck.
That was a straight line drive.
Chicken winged, elbow was out. That's Zebo. It falls. Still counts for 2. And don't look now, but it's a 2-possession game. Miami need a bucket to get rid of them, and that likely won't help. Whose ball would that be? Nice crowd here inside the venue. Shout out to 3x3 Unite. All the local sponsors, Unibet, Bond Sports, MVB, Bow BV, all contributing. Shout out to Arvin Slaughter. He can't wait to get on the broadcast with us.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming in with his tight t-shirt. Ooh, Caruso. Too strong for you. So after a 21-15 loss, Miami bounced back with a 21-16 win over Lausanne. That may or may not preserve their spot in the quarterfinals, all depending on that final game in the group between Hangzhou and Lausanne. So we will see. Their destiny is not in their own hands. So the guys will go back, and I'll see Andrew Kelly and Jay Demings heading to the back. They'll be talking about that win. All right, if we make it to the quarterfinals, here's the game plan, guys. Give it to Trey Bardsley and let him shoot.
Yep. Give him space.
Give him space.
Clear out.
All right, highlights of that last 10-minute sprint. Much of the damage done for Miami from the smallest play on the court. Trigger Trey Bardsley. He went B-A-N-A-N-A-S in this one. Inside, outside, however you want it. He gave it to him and leads Miami to a must-win over Lausanne. The action continues to roll on. As I mentioned, we are into the second half of the day. A big one coming up next. A battle between the Dutch in Pool A. Amsterdam and Utrecht on the way. Don't you move. All right, the vibes just went up a few notches. That's because Amsterdam is back on the court, but not just that. Utrecht is also in the building. I think Utrecht is what, maybe a 30-minute drive from,
if that, yes.
If that from here. So some friendly rivals going toe-to-toe. That's Martin Balkenek, the hero, and that opening win for Amsterdam over Carolina as they came back and stole it by 1 point, 21-20 victory for Amsterdam RABOBANK, featuring Olympic gold medalist Jan Driessen and Worthy Dion, coupled with Martin Balkenek and Brian Alberts, AKA Medieval. Reigning league MVP, Height Worthy Dion. He will make his entrance after contributing 5 points in that opening win. Balkenek, the leading bucket getter, finished with 9. 2 of 5 from distance. Alberts with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and Driessen with 2 points and 5 boards. That is Team Amsterdam. They got the Worthy t-shirts out. Ben Rock on the mic. Hey, Boss is dancing. That's a big shoulder lean. Y'all don't know nothing about it. That's a big shoulder lean. How about Utrecht with Nesta Agassi, the athletic dynamo? Utrecht making their 2025 World Tour debut. And they got an Olympic gold medalist too. Dimes de Meo van der Horst of Team Utrecht, who want to pull off an upset here. I mean, they want to keep it all in the family. Ideally, they'd like for both Dutch teams to be moving on. But they certainly do it at the expense of the others. If it comes down between me and you.
I don't know about you, but if you practice against a team every single day, there's, I mean, camaraderie, yes. Animosity, for sure. I mean, it's not as bad as back in the day, I'd say. Back in the day when I was on Amsterdam, we came to practice to try to, well.
Yes.
we try to win every single game and make it as competitive and as fierce as possible. These guys see each other every day, twice a day, during the entire season. They know their ins and outs, expect play to be tight to start.
But you expect there to be these inner city or inner nation rivalries, right? Because again, those practices get heated. You're fighting for roster spots for the national team. It's all love because we're uplifting the country. But when it comes down between you and me, listen, we fighting.
Look,
elbows.
You might know each other, you might like each other, but it's a war every day. And it's not just to beat each other, but it's to get the best out of each other, right? These teams, they help themselves, they help each other by getting their best effort out in practice. So again, they know each other inside and out. I expect this game to be tight at first.
Really?
Yes, because players, they know there are mismatches, but they've been working on trying to get the other team on their backs for months.
We will see. Obviously, Amsterdam the more proven success-wise of the two teams. But with Oluseyi Adetunyi and Norbert Tellison joining DeMeo van der Horst and Nesta Agassi, understanding that they are the underdogs in this matchup. They're going to try to pull out the dub here as Tellison will draw the foul and head to the stripe. Tellison has been another one of those high potential players who've kind of bounced around but managed to find themselves on a roster year in and year out somewhere. He blows the free throw and the whistle on the ensuing possession. Substitution is made. Bellison's out, Agassi's in. Round comes BA. Mid-able, straight money. Mid-range assassin is what he is. Worthy, he and Albert's not on the same page. Turned over, Adetunji. Takes a little bump, unfazed as he makes his way to the bucket.
Adetunji's put on some muscle in the offseason. You can clearly see he's been in the weight room. He's thicker, he's stronger. That means he can take contact better, and that was his main issue in the last few years. Being out there, he didn't have enough strength.
Yeah.
And I think he does now. I've been watching them in the challengers. He's been doing very, very well.
Anxious to see what Adetunji does in this one. Oh, Agassi. Oh, that ain't even fair or nice. So Worthy hitting with the jab step and then splash the man in the deep end. That's just mean. Oh, get over here. Why? I got something for you.
Both players looked at each other after that and gave each other a wink.
Yes.
I was paying attention to that. Playing the body language doctor here.
Yep. Dreesen misses the shorty. Bellison. And Dimes, the longest tenured 3x3 player on the court. Runs into the screen, bout connect. Pass is snuffed out. I find the horse who was a member of that 2024 Paris gold medal team. When friends turn to enemies.
Former member of Team Amsterdam, as you well know.
Absolutely, playing against his former squad. And your former teammate, too.
Yes, I remember when he came on.
He had curly hair back then.
Well, he's had every which hairstyle.
Yeah.
Curly hair, handlebar mustache. We've seen him do a Steve Harvey out there. Yeah, we've seen a lot from him. But anyway, no, I remember him coming on, making a difference right away with his physicality. And look, you might not look at it anymore, but he used to be a point guard.
Yeah, he's versatile. He got a deep bag. He's getting a rest right now. As Amsterdam assume a 1-point lead. Tellison, oh, Agassi! Now we know Agassi can play above the rim now.
He for sure can.
Had a couple of
He's an athlete.
Had a couple of nice dunks last year. By the way, Utrecht finished 6th at the Amsterdam Masters a year ago. Oh, that's a nice find and feed to Hype Worthy. Hard to miss with the blonde highlights. Oh, no! He stuffed him up like allergy season. Worthy to the crib. Oh, man, that was... Agassi finishes with the flush and the flex. Ooh, Albert's getting shifty with it. That slight hezzy with the shoulder.
Yeah, left to right, and it's tough to guard when he's got some momentum going towards the basket.
Oh, Dimes! What? When did dads learn how to dunk?
Hey, come on now, I can still dunk.
Okay. Look at Dimes with a little bounce still in his step. 6'5".
Okay, so I thought play was going to be tight. It is not.
Well,
Both teams getting loose.
Score-wise, it is tight. 6'5". But they are definitely settling into this game. Each team very familiar with the other, understanding their strengths and weaknesses. That's a strength. After the Alberts two-piece. Oh, Dimes trying to set up Agassi. You know, you've always got to be expecting the pass from Founder Horse, even when he's not looking at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he used to be a point guard, so he's very well used to playing this game. But look at Adetunji. He tried to get one on Worthy, but Worthy just snuffed it out.
I say it all the time about Worthy's defensive game. The highlights, we see it all the time. His scoring ability, that's well noted. But for me, his craftiness defensively, his timing defensively is a huge part of why he's the best player in 3x3 right now.
Agreed. A couple of stats that show that is his rebounding mainly. His rebounding has gone up a bump this year. It's unfortunate we don't get steals, but if we did.
Yeah, also leads the league in block shots.
Agreed. Guess who was I just thought of this. Guess who's an alumni of both squads, actually?
Don't tell me. Ellison.
Well, yes, and me.
Oh. Shameless self-plug.
Yes, for sure. Why not? So I played on 3 Dutch teams.
But Utrecht wasn't playing on the World Tour.
2019. No, that was The Hague. Sorry. So that was in 2012.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was going to say, I've never called any of your games with Utrecht. Height. ISO game. Pull up. 2 ball. Blew it. Got it back. 9-5, Amsterdam. Agassi. Spin move. Elevate. Take that, Big Drizzy. Agassi is athletic.
Oh, he's trying to get his team hyped, too. The primal roar.
He better not blow a blood vessel. But Agassi, man, he elevates so quickly. And with those long arms. Adatunji. With Worthy in pursuit. Adatunji. 2-piece. Long rebound. Tracked down by Agassi. Adatunji. Oh, yep, Valconnect saw that coming. Swats that one away. Just over 4 minutes eclipsed in this Pool A contest. The Dutch against the Dutch. Amsterdam Rabobank against Utrecht.
You think they're double Dutching?
This is the true definition of double Dutch. We get a double dose of it. Of course, after this, there's still one more game left in this group. That's going to feature Utrecht and Carolina, which is going to be fun either way. But a tough group.
Very tough group.
Given the familiarity between these two teams, and we saw how Carolina played Amsterdam in that opener. Man, you got to go somewhere else with that. Dellison telling him something. Great timing. Swats bow connect. Former teammates?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And there's De Jong, call for the reach in. Gassi doing a good job getting positioning on the interior. Starts from the elbow, dimes to Norbert. Oh, Dellison lost his balance there. You know Don's got that flotation device activated, but he lost Worthy. You don't do that or it'll cost you double. 12-8. Somehow finds Dellison, who's 2 goes begging. Alberts now to Height. Worthy. Oh, beat up. Good defensive stand there from the taller Dellison, who forces a shot clock violation. Worthy will head to the bench to get a rest. But here's a look at Worthy getting free, and that's exactly where he hit the game-winning shot in the World Tour Final last year, defeating Paris. 3-point contest. Amsterdam in front. Ball connect. Drives, stops, and pops. He's got the touch today.
Man, and he looks like he knows how to attack these guys in the sense that he knows Agassi's going to try to challenge him at the rim. So he gives him a drive, gets a slight advantage, then stops on a dime Agassi can't break that fast.
Yeah.
And he gets his looks that way.
Well, he's just, but I'm saying he's getting friendly rolls. The game winner against Carolina, that shot we just saw, Dimes will get called for the whistle. Or the travel. Worthy and Nadatunji over to Medivh. Not that time.
So I think the thing that's missing score-wise for Utrecht and what Amsterdam's been getting is the two-point shot. Utrecht has been getting close to the basket. They're finishing their pick and roll plays. Di Meo's got the floater going. They have not been able to knock down a two.
Ellison playing some good defense. He'll poke that away. And that leaves just 7 seconds. After a media timeout, we are past the 4-minute mark. And Amsterdam have done a good job of keeping Utrecht at bay. 2-possession lead here. If you're Utrecht, what are you drawing up to trim into this depth?
Look, I need more of these pick and rolls, right? But I think that's their bread and butter. They go to this every single time. You got to get a two-point shot somehow. So you want to get Norbert Ellison or Shea Nadatunji going in off-ball screen action and get them an open look to try to see if you can trim this lead down and score more points. Because, hey, in a loss, Utrecht wants to position themselves as good as they can for that game against, or in case of a win, I mean. They want to position themselves as well as they can.
Nice arc on the fall away from the leading scorer in red. The connection. Martin Valconnect. Oh, Ellison. He is hacked. Worthy caught reaching in. That is a shooting foul. Oh, actually, is that upgraded? So not sportsmanlike?
Couldn't see.
I think that's upgraded. I think official Juris went and took a closer look at the scores table.
Yeah. All right, I'm back.
Before I double down on that, I just want to make sure that that is exactly what we'll see. But I thought I saw her holding up 2 fingers for 2 free throws.
Als ze deze aanneemt, moet je de rest van het jaar stappen doen.
So here we go. If so, a great opportunity for Utrecht to get this lead down to a more manageable size. Right now it's a 5-point distance for the Dutch brethren. But I'd have to look at the replay and see. To me, it looked like Worthy just swiped in there.
Yeah, I'd like to take a closer look at that.
It's a young one, Worthy fan. What did I say, chop wood and get water? What was it?
Chop wood and get water?
I think that's what it said. I only caught a glimpse of the first 2 words.
I am confused, but yeah, sure.
When you watch the game back later, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
All right, the fans are still engaged in it. I'm not sure what the delay is over the scores table. But we will all find out soon. Okay, win together. 3x3 unites, 3x3 next. So that's another one of your families.
Yes, yeah. So we got 3x3 Unites. I think 3x3 Unites next, has now gone into Unites.
Yeah.
But that's a channel we use for our young leaders that we educate all across the country in our social programs, for them to be able to host podcasts, create social media stuff, do these challenges that everybody likes to do. And I sound really old right now when I say stuff like that. But it is a cool channel. Go check it out.
No, but they
but
also,
I think it leads back into our Unites channel now, where we try to gather all of that content.
Yeah. And they work countless hours as a part of the staff on the ground here to help get the venue together, ticketing, organization.
I want to say there's over 100 volunteers from our social programs all across the country. Many of them graduating here today as well, getting their diplomas. So we got a group this morning. We'll get another group later on today here. And then I think tomorrow at finals day, we got more coming as well. Their families invited to the game, so they get to be here for that graduation moment. We couldn't do this without them, though. Again, over 100 volunteers. Now, I think the referees are still watching this.
Well, we're going to watch it, too. I'd be interested. Oh, that's a highlight. Well, I'm just curious if it's a technical issue. I think it could be a technical issue. In any case, we will we'll patiently wait to see what this whole thing is all about. Hey, Worthy's trying to steal your cheeseburger, man.
That's you.
Hey,
that's all you. I already ate two. That's Kyle.
Focus on the game, man. Get out of here, man. Worthy, go. Hey, hey.
This man spilling drinks, turning.
The game is continuing, Worthy. Get out of here, man. God.
Oh, there you go. Kyle, we wanted that shot. You're there.
Tell Worthy to pull his shorts down or pull his knees up. One of the two. He needs to make a decision. Okay, so it turns out a technical issue, not a technical foul. Okay, sorry about that. We apologize. Bugs in the system. So apparently a little bit of an issue with our scoreboard, and will cause a slight delay. So in order to keep the, see, look at this. Look at the replay. Worthy grabbing my cheeseburger and knocking over my water, man.
Messing with you.
You know what? That's a violation. I want the league to fine him. Fine Hype Worthy. I want to start a movement. We protect the cheeseburgers here in Amsterdam, okay? Don't touch a man's cheeseburger. The boss. you missed your cameo, sorry. I stole all the camera time. Boss, I'll be honest. I forgot what the score was.
Me too.
It's a technical delay. And me and Boss got distracted by Worthy trying to steal what was ours. But a close game. Oh, I think a 3-point game. No, 5-point game. Potentially a 3-point game, depending on what happens. Right.
You know everybody out here.
I've been coming out here, I guess, for 10 years now, Boss.
10?
16 was the first year I came to Amsterdam. 17, we had the
Euro Cup qualifier?
It wasn't a world tour. It was something. Okay, maybe it was 17.
17 was the Europe Cup.
Yes. Okay, so I guess eight years. You know, I got a lot of love for the people in Amsterdam. So again, if you're just joining us, we are nearly at the conclusion of this technical delay. A little bit of an issue with the scoreboard, which is nearly fixed now. A shooting foul that will put Utrecht on the line. A trail 14-9 to Amsterdam at the moment with 3:04 to go. Man, they got the T-shirt gun out. They busted.
That scared the bejesus out of me.
Why would Vin Rock do that right in front of us?
I don't know. That was rough.
We become targets in these seats.
Yeah.
I have to talk to Jesper about this.
Oh, yeah. That we need to be up in the stands again. That's what you want. Have me run down to the court to interview people.
Okay, never mind. No, for your sake, I retract that statement. All right, we can get back to it now. Here we go. Norbert Thellesen at the stripe, shooting 1. And that one is good. Utrecht in double digits now. Big Drizzy. Oh my goodness. Dreesen just plowed over. That'll amount to a 5th foul on Utrecht. Worthy. Driving, dishing. It is broken up, but not legally. Can't use the feet. So a fresh 12-second shot clock for Amsterdam Rabobank. And BA will do the honors. Check ball from the logo, and here we go. Height. He will miss it. Thellesen hits the deck. Worthy tries to tie it up. But he comes over the back of Thellesen. I don't think Thellesen liked that too much. Look at that.
Oh, that's a little.
Yeah, some little extracurriculars.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind that from the young fella.
I told you, why not use the right?
He was trying to lean into Worthy, and Worthy evaded that.
Yeah, you can't outcraft the craftsman. Alberts. Off balance, awkward, don't matter. Still good.
That mid-range is such a formidable weapon.
Really a lost art in basketball in general.
Yeah, and actually, Amsterdam's got 2 of them. Because Bouwknecht's been knocking them down as well.
15-10. Another look at the 1-2 step footwork for Medieval. The connection. That was kicked. Bouwknecht looking for the whistle, and he will get it. Dreesen will substitute out. His sister Nortje has been hooping this year. #1 in the world.
Number
MVP.
1 in the world. Playing very well at the Women's Series stop here as well.
Got a good chance to go back-to-back after winning in Chengdu. More on that later. Meantime, a turnover by Utrecht. Height, Worthy, come get you some if you dare. Van der Horst now, using the screen, dime, delivering one. Sets up Thellesen, who's also an athletic player on this Utrecht squad. Worthy taking the scenic route. Now Bouwknecht for the mid-range. Dimes will up fake, pull it pass. Bouwknecht caught grabbing Thellesen.
That's number 7.
Yeah, that's the one that puts Amsterdam in the penalty. But Worthy hitting a couple of 2s in this game after he did struggle in Chengdu from long range. That was certainly a weakness for him in that runners-up finish. Just 21% from deep. First of 2 goes begging. And the margin for error for Utrecht so much slimmer. Got to knock him down at the free throw line. He splits 2. Oh, Alberts. He blowed it. (17-12). Medieval, nope. Van der Horst got it beat. Dreesen with the denial.
17-12.
It looked like it might have hit the backboard first.
I thought he just glassed it. Oh, Bouwknecht. Agassi, like, come on now. Agassi was gassed. Another look. Oh, you might be right, though. Closer look at that one. Well, that's the other block. That was clean. But you might be right. That might have hit.
I don't know why you don't challenge that.
Yeah, on the second look. Yeah, the net's a little bit messed up. Been fixed now. Buck 17 left. Pool A action. The voice in the mountain on the mic with you. Height streaking left. The connection up top. Adetunji. Got him off his feet, but doesn't knock it down. Adetunji now. ISO, right wing, 6 to shoot. Cross, left, right, step back. You don't know me like that.
Told you the young kid has upped his confidence a little bit, and that's the separation he can create.
I think Adetunji can be like Curry. Not Steph, Seth. Oh, yeah, I see more Seth Curry and Adetunji than.
Okay.
But Seth was good, man.
He still is, I think. Is he still playing? I don't know.
Last I know, he played for the Kings.
That might be a while back. I think he plays for the Hornets this year. Anyway.
He's an underrated good shooter is what I was getting at, Boz. Meantime, Drizzy flies in. Worthy and DeMeo. Height gives it up. Balconnect with the dribble. Oh! Couldn't convert. They're going to use some time here with a 3-point lead. The connection. GG's. This game is over. Dreesen with an extra lay to put it away. 20-14. Amsterdam RABOBANK over Utrecht as they win against the neighbors. 2-0. Amsterdam survive against Carolina, and they were in control of this game from the outset. The final couple of scores for Amsterdam. 20-14, 2-0, cruising into tomorrow's quarterfinals. That is when we will see them again. We'll see Utrecht again in a play-in situation against Carolina. Winner of that game will also be playing tomorrow and keeping their hopes alive for 40,000 US dollar bills, y'all. So, of course, we'll have some highlights coming up for you. Right now, in fact, and show you exactly how Amsterdam got it done. Hotly contested early. Had a brief break or delay in the action because of a technical issue. And Amsterdam made good of that rest, because for the rest of the game, they put their pedal to the metal and win it by 6. Worthy Dion with his fingerprints all over this one. He is guilty of leading Amsterdam to yet another win. Despite some high-flying heroics from Nesta Agassi, and some nice passes from DeMeo van der Horst, not enough to contend with the defending World Tour final champs. Coming up next, Pool D, Riffa and Vračar coming at you from Amsterdam, followed by Liman and Dusseldorf. Don't you move. If you do, we'll find you. All right, here, look at the group so far. Amsterdam at 2-0. Miami, who was considered a favorite in their group, are 1-1. Liman have played one game and won one game. Toulouse split a pair. So with 4 games left, also Vienna, 2-0. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. This is a winner, advance, or go home situation in Pool D. Riffa, Vračar, I don't think I have to ask you who you who you are favoring in this one?
Look, I think it has to be Riffa, as they are the more seasoned team, the more veteran squad. I think they showed signs of life against Vienna. Let's be honest here. They didn't play their best game. 0-11 from 2, so they weren't shooting the shots at all. But they did get 6 points out of Donker, who found different ways to contribute to the squad besides shooting. And he comes out now. So look, I think Riffa, has to be favored in this one. But don't count out this Vračar squad. They're Serbian coached, let's just say that. So they got all the skills and they got all the savviness. And I think that last part, the game management, making sure when to be physical. If they can get that right, and I saw glimpses of it, if they can get that right, they're a squad to contend with.
It's the experience that will make all the difference, because there's no question that the talent is there. Can they put it all together for a 10-minute sprint? They lost to Vienna by 9 to start off action. Hard to blame the young Serbians against a strong Vienna team like that. For Riffa, it was a 6-point loss to Vienna. So both victims. And like Bob's mentioned, Donker, he found ways to score it. Leading scorer for him with 6 points, 4 rebounds, but was not able to connect from long range. He's 0 for, and not shooting it great from distance so far this year. So he needs to see the round thing going around thing and regain that confidence that a premier player in this league is exactly what he is. Needs to be successful. So Vračar in the orange, Riffa in the blue. There's the menace, ranked number 14 in the world, Dennis Donker. Usually in the MVP conversation, but a little bit of a slow start this year. One of the nicest dudes you ever meet, though.
Yes.
Super humble, man. Well, we got to call it like we see it.
Look, we know he can do better. That's all we see, right? And that's what you got to talk about. He's had seasons, and I think clearly 2 years ago when he averaged close to 9 points per game on the pro circuit, that was the top of his game. Last year it went down a little bit, but he had to share the wheel some more. This year we expected it to go back to that top, and we'll see.
Disruptive speed.
Yeah.
You talked about Trey Bardsley earlier. Donker's got that type of speed, in my opinion, as well. He's got the rock right now. And a whistle early against Vračar. How big of an upset would it be for Vračar to get a win here and potentially advance to the quarterfinals? That would be a signature W for the Serbian team that is all 21 or younger. Jokic late in the shot clock. Oh, nobody's going to close out on Forts. Well, he blows an open look.
That's a shot you'll see a team in rhythm always knock down at 3x3. No one closing out on you. You're all by yourself. And this is, again, showing the struggles Riffa's had from range.
Yeah, and that's typically a make for Jonas Forts, but you're right. They're 0 for 11. 0 for 11.
Yep.
And that's not Riffa. That's not the makeup of a successful Riffa team. They're shooters. This is what they do.
It's not the makeup of any team that wants to be successful in 3x3. You have to have the 2-ball in your portfolio, and Riffa usually does. But what did work is their pick-and-roll game. Jonas Forts with 7 key assists in that game. That was kind of good. So let's see if they go back to that.
Well, I agree and I disagree. Riffa's key to their arsenal has always been their shooting. It's always been their shooting. Hadn't been their 1-point scoring. Sometimes it's Donker on the drive, but it's the shooting prowess of this team. So they kind of live by it and die by it, and right now they've been dying by it. Still 0 for. Forts with the up fake. He will miss again. 0 for 13 from long range. Riffa are colder than an ex-wife. Minute and 11
Many
in.
people listening now are getting in trouble.
No, you haven't felt that cold.
I have not.
It's frigid. Back to it. And Donker gets called for the reach in. BBO took the worst end of that, it seems. See, but there's a lot of people that hear that and they're like, man, preach. Preach, bro. Woo. Cold enough to chill my bones. I feel like I don't know you anymore. Oh, my
No idea
God.
what song it is.
You know, forget about it. Forts swinging through. Donker trying to get it down. Steinman, and that's unsportsmanlike, excuse me. No play was made on the ball.
Yeah, I was standing with a clear path to the basket and was just held up by the hips. That you cannot do.
A mental mistake for sure. Kasper Augustinian at the line. First of 2 goes, and that would at least get Riffa on the board. Riffa, formerly known as Antwerp. All right.
Antwerp, yes.
Shout out Nick Sellis over there. Got his cap turned backwards watching front row. Game 8 of 12 on day 1 of the action here from the Dam. The young Serbians will turn it over. Dennis trying to get some freedom here. Forts, no.
So, look, credit, first of all, to Vračar for their defense. They stick with Riffa on almost every possession, and they force Riffa into being a Jonas Forts individual creation team. And I don't think that's where Riffa shines at all. If someone's creating an individual shot, it should be Dennis Doncourt. Forts, he's good in the pick and roll. He's good when he gets an open look. I don't know if he can create his own shot like that.
No, not typically. I mean, Forts can handle it when absolutely necessary, but I agree with you. Brad Ustrovic download to Augustinian, and it won't go. Djordjevic with the hezzy drive past Kasper and converts the layup. 1 point advantage for Riffa. Donker still trying to find his groove. Kicks it. Ustrovic, no good. Now VVO had not his best defensive stand in the post. Easy score for Vračar as they even things up 2-all.
Yeah, and I think Vračar, again, defensively, they've been hanging with Riffa. Now they're just going to find ways to get offense going. I think Riffa looks a little bit sluggish in this one again.
I'm telling you, I think if they don't pick it up, they could be in danger. Don't be shocked if Vračar shocked them. They need something like that. They need an injection of energy. Kasper Augustinian with that last 2-piece. And that will give Riffa a little bit of breathing room. Augustinian at 6'8". He can stretch the floor when given the opportunity. And he proves it with that last 2 splash. Igor Jokic, the 20-year-old, at the free throw line. Namio. And misses them both.
Yeah, that hurts. Seen a lot of these missed free throws today. I wonder if the nice looking, by the way, the nice looking backdrop there has anything to do with it. Usually you see stands back there, and you know how you get used to a certain surrounding. there's a lot of space behind the basket, and that will throw you off a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, you might remember this from your days as a hooper.
Yeah,
when you get to a new gym that's way
dimensions
bigger than the
out.
gym you're used to.
Yes.
If there's enough space,
True.
I remember shooting around in the Syracuse Orange Dome. That's a huge stadium.
I mean,
I could not hit a shot.
Yeah. No, I've definitely played in arenas with 20,000. When I played in the NBA, I averaged like 25 a game.
But there you go.
I always played better in front of the big crowds, like 50 or 60,000.
Yeah. Madison Square Garden was where it was.
Yeah, kind of. It's not even my top 10, but Madison Square is okay for me.
Okay.
No, but I get it. Beautiful venue. And even some fans have been kind of spectating from behind the goal, too.
Yep.
Imagine if you got fans back there with the clappers. Oh, wait.
Yep.
Was that Did that really happen? Docker hit it, too. The first two for Riffa today.
That's second, actually.
Oh, no,
They
yeah,
got one for Augustinian.
Augustinian, you're right, true. That gets him up to 2 for 17. The future looks bright now. As Riffa lead at 6-3. No, but in all seriousness, sometimes when you're struggling like that, all you need to see is one go down. Now you got the mechanics, now you got the touch. And
Nice catch.
Augustinian
Reflexes on fleek.
just trying to throw it down too strong.
The basket flexed on him.
Come on, man, you gotta have the tools for hammer time. The scoop from
Dorjevic.
Yeah, Dorjevic makes it a 6-4 game. That's a lazy pass taken away. Lamovic to Dorjevic. 2! It goes. Augustinian right back. Second deuce for Augustinian. Oh. Another look at that scoop on the drive. And then the Dorjevic two-piece, only to see it answered by Kaspar Augustinian. 8-6 is the result. Donker, tough attempt on that drive. He'll run into a screen. Passes fed to Jokic.
8-7/catch off the glass.
Augustinian runs into trouble. Lamovic is contending that he didn't touch it. But it looks like it's going to be Riffa ball with 8 seconds to shoot.
Let's give this shout outs. DJ Lance, DJ Mike Lewis. Part of the sounds here. Tour here.
Over 2 Forts. Uh-oh. Oh, he can't do that.
He tried to tap it.
Well, he waited as long as he could.
Yep.
But Forts left his feet. Got caught in a tough position. That'll cost him. And the longer Vračar hang around in this game, I think the more confidence this young team gets. Can VVO get some confidence? Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, he's leaving him wide open.
Up top, VVO will get another look. And that's like Shaq shoot threes. I mean, they got to get him in the gym shooting all off season.
You wanted Shaq to shoot threes?
I'm saying that's the equivalent of Shaq shooting three. I think Shaq might have made 4 threes his whole career.
VVO, again, not the best shooter. Vračar definitely has a scouting report out because they're just leaving him.
Well, he does everything else.
Vračar ball.
9-8.
Step back.
Step. Uh-oh. Mama, there go that man. Dorjevic putting Vračar in front by 1.
Dorjevic is really showing out today. Even in that game against Vienna, he came through, remember? And they had a little spurt when they came back.
Uh-huh.
It was based off of him driving and shooting like this.
Well, he played this way in Chengdu about a week ago as well. He's the go-to guy right now. Labovic trying to get in his mix. Crossover on Augustinian. He will elevate. He will score it off the window. And don't look now, but Vračar lead it 11-9. Forts forces one up. Augustinian is there to clean up the mess. And then he defends in the semicircle after a made bucket and will be warned. Technical is what he'll receive next, or if they happen to do it again. Delay of game penalty. Vračar opening from the elbow. They want to get the rock to Djordjevic. Good defense from VBO. And Forts using that size to secure the rebound. Donker, devastating jab, drive and finish. Ooh, get over here. Oh, that'll count. Patient play, scores through the contact. Hey, I can't give him a Milan Šuput nothing but credit. Gets Forts off his feet and somehow makes the bucket. The 9th foul on Riffa.
Yeah, Riffa's in trouble a little bit here with 9 fouls. They're behind against a Vračar team that's figured them out defensively. And now there's 2 free throws coming up as well, so Vračar can pick up a big lead here going into the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Riffa looks very sluggish. We've seen everybody do 1 or 2 things where you go, yeah, all right, I can see this going into some momentum, and it never materialized.
Well, I think they're only as good as their star. Like Doctor's effectiveness is so critical to their success. Like in the past couple of years, Donker's played well. He's converted at a high clip, and they've won games. If Riffa loses this game, it might be time to sound the alarm bells, man. The way they started this season,
it might just be.
Augustinian steps into that one. That will even the game up. And now stepping up defensively as well. This is not going to be a walk in the park for Riffa. I think the 2024 version of Riffa might run right through this Vračar team, but 2025 is proven to be a difficult start. Dusseldorf to Forts. Forts pass is deflected to the menace. Donker, no good. 2:50 and counting left. Djordjevic driving, taken on 2 in blue, and he will miss it. Quick ball movement. Dusseldorf to Donker. Dennis H2O water. Riffa back in front. Labovic, no. They want to get it up top to Forts, but a whistle before he even releases that shot. A 7th foul off ball on Vračar, but there is the 2nd deuce of the game for Dennis the Menace. It's VVO at the line. He's got 2 in front of him, makes the first count. And the second one goes.
17-13.
Hey,
that's a big shot.
This man is a problem. Problematic. Djordjevic. And nobody home to stop Augustinian from lowering the boom. So Riffa have righted the ship. They have not had an answer for Djordjevic, but Vračar has not gotten much from anybody else. That could be big. That is big. Šuput with the shot put from deep. 1-point contest with 1:47 to go.
I don't get why you leave a guy right there, though. So we used to, when we played at the end of games, if you're up 3, we used to have a call that says no 2. Just, if anything, give up a layup. You can't let anybody get a look from 2 because then they get back into it. And Vračar gets a wide open look. Milan Šupić puts it in. They're at a 1-point disadvantage here, but with the shot creating ability of Marko Đorđević, I wouldn't count him out.
Bozit has an eerie feeling because once Riffa regain control, right, they're up against the ropes. Once they regain control, this is when a veteran team makes the plays to distance themselves to win a game like this. One slip up, one open look from 2. Vračar could steal this game. And
yeah, and think about what a disappointment this would be for Riffa. Look, they are playing in their quote-unquote backyard. I know they're a Bahraini team, but they have players from Antwerp, which is not, it's under a 2-hour drive from here. I'm sure they got people in the stands. I'm sure they got fans from home that don't get to see them play very often live here.
Well, they got a minute 43. They got to stop Vračar. But they are able to draw a foul. They'll be shooting 2 free throws and get possession. Instead, Đorđević, or Jokic rather, he will even things up. Donker air mails it. Ball to Vračar.
Donker will take a seat.
He needs a rest. So they won't have the services of their most lethal offensive weapon, Riffa that is. And Vračar with a chance here with a minute 27 to really make things difficult on Riffa. There's Đorđević to the crib. That's a grown man finish right there.
Over the outstretched arms of Augustinen.
Yep, known shot blocker. VVO, if there ever was a time, it is now. VVO. Right on time, but Đorđević, game over. The stunner of the day. Vračar over Riffa. They let him linger. And I gotta ask you, did they have to let him linger? Listen. They let Vračar hang around, got good looks. The young fellas converted them, and they take down a team that has been a power in 3x3. Here on day 1, they will advance to the quarterfinals as they snatch it from Riffa, who are obviously dejected and disappointed.
It might be time to hit the panic button.
I'm telling you,
for this Riffa squad. This was not a good performance. They never got loose. They never got into the flow of their offense. They lacked movement. They needed a VVO 2 that he pulled from the closet to Narnia somehow.
Right, that came from a different portal.
They needed that to actually be able to be up in this game. And then Đorđević just gave them a neck punch.
Hey, Đorđević, that's one that he should be proud of. That was a hell of a game.
I think that might have been double figures.
Yeah. I mean, he hit at least 4 twos.
Yes, and a couple of drives.
Yep. So, credit Vračar. The young guns from Serbia. They sprayed Riffa and win it by 1. They are quarterfinal bound. 3 games remaining. As we will get back to the action here in Amsterdam shortly. Stick and stay. We got more coming at you.
Deze wordt lastig. Ik denk dat Nederlandse ploeg heeft echt hun best gedaan. Alsjeblieft, jij krijgt de jersey. Natalia, you know, a great job. It was almost in time. Dames en heren, geef ze allebei een applaus. Natalia en Nederland.
All right, I told you we'd be back. I told you. Here we are, Pool C action. How about Vračar? The upset of the day over Riffa. So that group has been decided in terms of the quarterfinalists. Now Liman setting their sights on a 2-0 record with their new ad, Nemanja Zigon. Played great. Played great in game one. He paid for it, busted his lip up. I think he got a couple of stitches, in fact, but he had 7 points in that game, 2 of 4 from distance. Milutinovic with 4, Vasic with 4, and Stefanovic with 3 points, but 5 big rebounds in that opening W over Toulouse. So this Pool C is has the potential to be very interesting with this next contest in front of us. But the Liman are going to do what they do. And again, they brought out a new weapon with this Nemanja Zigon. After all these years, Vasic is still singing that intro song so passionately. All right, Dusseldorf. Well, what can we say about Dusseldorf? They scored 9 points in that.
They scored 9 points. They got outclassed by Toulouse. They got pick and roll down into the ground. They went into a lot of individual creation, but like I mentioned in that first game, they got Alan Boger, who in his own streaky way is a good shooter. But they'd only got him 2 looks from 2. He's not a shot creator, he's a shot maker. So you need to get him the ball off of second side action. They never got there because they went into a lot of individual action. Let's see if they change up the game plan against this big and physical Liman team, who is also a formidable opponent.
Would you give Dusseldorf any chance whatsoever?
Look, if they have a fully different game plan, possibly, but it has to be Boger going bananas.
I mean, listen, I'm not trying to go hard. I'm not trying to go in on him, but man,
not a lot of chances.
We just saw the biggest upset of the day with Vračar over Riffa. This would be one of the upsets of the year, and we still got 7 months left in the season.
You're right.
If Dusseldorf were to win this game, I think this game will be over in 7 minutes of game time. Come on. Stretch, you want to get those pretty
Stretch out here looking at those hamburgers like he wants a bite.
Well, as Miles will say, showing some of the athleticism in the warm-ups, but it matters. Shout out to Martin Ho Swing Sang.
Out there court marshaling, huh?
Court marshaling, doing it all. Got a chance to go and visit the family. I typically go over there every time I'm in Amsterdam, and they always treat me to the best dinner, man. I have a great time with the girls, Maya, Noah, Lisa. Shout out to Martin, longtime friend, as we get this one underway. Boger. Oh, well, okay. Maybe too fancy for their own good. They'll turn it over, stretch, whoa. Takes a big bump on his way to the bucket. Stefanovic, a former member of Team Partizan, and MVP, I believe the Manama Masters.
That they won in 2023.
That's right,
Yes.
yeah.
I think so too.
See? Our memory's in sync. Uh-oh. Nip. And Manya Zigon decides to kick it out. Oh. Milutinovic looks over at us and raises his eyebrows. The deep stroke.
Would you say that's a scoring explosion?
Because of the exclamation with his eyebrow?
DRE. Come on.
Oh, man.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
You're messing up with Dr. Dre bars.
I fumbled the bar, boss.
That's all right.
That's
all right.
me.
Yeah, we'll get you something.
All right. I'll take that one.
It was a chronic mistake.
Yes. Oh, you keep it coming. I got that one. It's the DRE. He's got Liman in front. 2-0. First minute of the game. Dusseldorf. It's a David versus Goliath type matchup with a proven Liman team with Olympic experience in Vasic, an emerging star in Zigon. Milutinovic, a proven 5-on-5 player, and Stefanovic, key contributor. These are the growing pains times for Dusseldorf, but we won't count them out until they are out. 3-zip start. So Zigon, even at what do you say? What would you give him? 6'3", 6'4"? No, he's not 6'4". Size-wise.
Zigon, no. He's definitely not 6'4". Let me look it up for you, though.
6'2", 6'3". My point was, he still plays tough on the inside.
You're right.
He's got some post game. He'll rest for now. And Drake up to the free throw line. Milutinovic.
So I guess he's 6'2".
Yeah, okay.
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Ish.
Splash swimming pool. 4-0.
4-zip. And this Pool C finale. 2 more contests after this. Obviously, we'll go to Pool B and Pool A. And those final 10-minute sprints that will set up the quarterfinals for tomorrow. Stretch from the elbow. Stefanovic, Zigon, up top, stretch. They cannot connect, but that's because Stefanovic was mauled. He'll bounce up and head up to the free throw line. So Dusseldorf, no points to speak of yet. 4 fouls. There's the shove underneath. An easy whistle. Stefanovic, who has improved from the free throw line. Low 60% from the charity stripe in 2024. And he's shooting just under 80% so far here in 2025. Another whistle.
You always knew that those free throws were going to come around, though, because Stefanovic is actually not a bad long-range shooter either. Not a great one, but
no.
but he's serviceable.
He can hit them when he's open. He didn't hit a lot of contested ones, but no, he's pretty consistent when he's open. Bang outs. Miles Osei.
A hammer. Two-hander.
Zigon.
Once he puts his head down, Zigon.
Once Boz gets in full gear, get ready.
Milutinovic swooping through for the rebound. Can't hit. I'll give you that. There's going to be a foul.
5-point advantage. The second foul on Liman. There's Sky Miles. Osei. He'll throw it down, and that's been the only bucket to speak of for Dusseldorf. Oh, nice move. Can't convert the 2, and a whistle on Vasque on the rebound attempt. That'll be number 3 on blue.
Takes it out.
Marshall, the most dangerous scoring threat, at least consistently for Dusseldorf.
Teardrop drops.
He had most of their 9 points they scored in the opener. There's Stefanovic open, Sesame.
Stretching out the defense.
Knocks it down from deep, and that's exactly what you were saying. He can hit him.
He can definitely hit him at a decent clip. And then you always know the free throws are going to come around. But Dusseldorf not guarding the two-point arc well.
Oh, look at Vasquez taking him to school, giving him lessons. Miles drops it off. Shot will go, courtesy of Frank. Uh-oh, run up and get done up. It's the DRE from straight out of Compton. No, you got it late.
Oh, yeah. Look, you caught me napping. That's all right.
Uh-huh. So you can see how it can happen.
Yeah. You got me.
12-4.
Vasquez with the foul. Zigon is, well, he was going to check in. Everybody will step aside for a media timeout. 12-4, Liman. Not a shock.
No, they're really looking like they're going to punch their ticket up to the next episode.
I mean,
No? No? Nothing there?
you didn't get back.
I think we need to quit it on the Dr. Dre analogies here.
But you know what? When you use one, it only sparks another.
Yeah,
It makes me think of the next one.
Yeah.
I got to top you.
Take it out.
I'll be back, boss.
Okay.
12-4. Oh, hey, there's Boger. Alan Boger. First two of the tournament.
Yep.
And a good defensive Dusseldorf possession. Anything can happen if they catch fire from two-point range, but it would be have to be a legendary performance because Liman are going to stick to the script and what they do, which is going to essentially run the action through Vasquez. I imagine he'll come up when they got a full shot clock.
Look, he didn't make it in time for the shot clock with this. Nemanja Zigon, he's got some blasters in his calves, man. That dude is off his spot quick.
I'm working on the nickname for him. Oh. Really. I'm thinking of one.
After one tournament, huh?
Well, I'm going to have it on reserve for when he becomes the player that I think he can be.
Okay.
(12-6). They get it to Vasquez. Let him orchestrate. And there's some string music from Stefanovic. Vasquez. Ball screen. Roll. Zigon. Crossover. Back iron. And on the bounce. Orange touched that last. But there's Stretch. Showing that ability to knock him down from two range. He's got a couple from the deep end. As Vasquez again. They'll run the offense through the 3x3 veteran and future Hall of Famer. First, Stefanovic, that is a heat check. And he is deflected. It's Boger. Not a shot creator, but a shot maker, as Boz said. That one made easy by the pass set up by Miles Osei. Vasquez. Uh-oh. Nearly threw it away. Zigon late in the shot clock. Boger. No, sir. Stretch now. Tween. Set up. Zigon on the attack. Vasquez. Two ball. Osei tries to sneak past Vasquez. It is no good. Kick out, repost, Stefanovic. That one will go front iron. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Whistle.
Dusseldorf is just, look, with these young squads, and I always find myself doing this. I root for the underdogs, right? So I'd be rooting for these guys, and I guess I still am, but they need more than this. They need, I guess, more chemistry. They need more ball security. They're not really playing any defense.
They need some milk. They need the National Guard. They need
The National Guard.
They need everything. Listen, Vračar had given up on that last play.
Yes.
He was holding his hand up because he thought he had fouled. It should have been.
Yeah.
It couldn't even convert it. They was handed the bucket.
Yep.
Yeah. They'll get better. They're gonna get better. Milutinovic. That one rolls off iron. They're still going to fight until the end. Thankfully, only 4 minutes left in this one.
Get that out of here.
Yeah, as that one is batted. Oh, nice. You got a double espresso delivery. Thank you there, boss.
There you go, sir.
Prost.
Proost.
You think there's a fast forward button anywhere around here? Yeah. Just press it for me, right there. Milutinovic at the line. And yes.
Splash.
Round comes Zigon. Zigon. 2 is gone. Shreds the thread. 17-10. Double-digit advantage for Liman. Loft inside. They won't see much defense, and we're able to recover the miss and convert it. Trying to make this look a little bit more respectable than it is, as the Olympian off the window it goes. Osei lost his footing and actually will lose the possession. He touched that while he was out of bounds.
Did Vasquez just break a man's ankles on a post move?
No.
Oh.
That is not what happened.
Okay. I saw some slippage out there.
Don't make matters worse. Nope. That's not what happened. 18-8. Liman just looking for these last few to put Dusseldorf to bed. They'll go back to the drawing board, get in the lab, start perfecting their approach and strategy and individual skill set for the next time they appear on the World Tour. Boger, crafty move on the inside. And to speak positively on Dusseldorf, I actually like the bones of this team. What I mean is the ingredients. Like, you can see the potential in Miles Osei. You can see his athleticism, the length, and how that lends itself to being a better defensive player, rebounder. You can see the shooting skill of Boger when he gets good looks.
Yeah, and don't forget the age for these fellas, right? Frank 22, Osei 23, and Marshall 25. Boger only 28. Bang outs from Milutinovic too.
Yep, nice one-handed poke, and we'll put Liman on the doorstep. They are a point away. Milutinovic, the DRE, out to stretch.
First layup offline.
After the miss, Marshall. Zigon, I'll show you how to do this, son. 22-10 before the limit.
Would you say he had Zine enough?
All right, that's enough from you.
I'm taking time out.
That's it. Boss, you get out of here. He's seen enough. Zigon with another solid performance, but an easy win for Liman. That was light work against a Dusseldorf team that's still trying to find their way. They will find their way back to the hotel 0-2 in their effort in Pool C today. And that will do it for that action. 2 more 10-minute sprints remain. Deciding contest for tomorrow's quarterfinals. And certainly expected to be more competitive with Utrecht and Carolina closing the day. But up next, it's Lausanne and Hangzhou. Hang around after the highlights. The next 10-minute sprint at 7:25. Check ball. It is Hangzhou and Lausanne Pool B's finale.
We got 2 more pools to wrap up here from Amsterdam on the World Tour side of things. Pool B up next. It's the Swiss against the Chinese. Lausanne against Hangzhou. Both teams played Miami, and a different result for both squads. Lausanne come out first with the juice man, Marco Liman. Couldn't knock down a 2. A shooting specialist from Switzerland. And this Lausanne squad with new addition Przemysław Zamoyski, a.k.a. Zebo, took an L, 21-16 against Miami. Jonathan Dubas with 4 points in that game, but top scorer comes out last. The Spaniard, the silent assassin, Carlos Martinez. But again, a loss puts Lausanne at a disadvantage in this one. They need a win to be able to even come out of pool play. That would force a 3-way tie. We'll get the calculators out in a second here for all of the possible scenarios. But it is time to introduce you to the next squad. Hangzhou, a Chinese team featuring a bunch of people from Eastern Europe. Filip Kaluderovic, gigantic in their win over Miami, a 21-15 victory. 9 points for Kaluderovic, who knocked down 3 twos. He's joined by Alexander Lazic. Milan Kovacevic comes down the stairs. You can see the robot. He did not get up off the bench in their first game. He's out there in case they need him. But if they don't, he's going to keep his butt on the seat. Last but not least, Milos Jovanovic, 6 points, 3 rebounds for the big man. The former member of Podgorica Kodio. Your team Hangzhou, a very dangerous squad, even with 3 people. But the question remains, playing with 3, how long does your stamina last? How long can you hold on? It sounded, or it looked like it, I mean, in their first game, that it took about 6 minutes for their stamina to be depleted. But then they got a timeout, they got back to it, and they got the dub. So, as my esteemed colleague returns from his adventure to the toilet.
I got caught behind the dog pound.
Well, there you go.
Do you know they were actually up there barking and howling?
They were barking?
I'm going to say yes.
So they picked up on that, for
I'm
sure.
thinking about posting some on my IG, at 3X Through the Voice, by the way. Yeah, they've really taken a liking to that team nickname. Alexander, I'm taking a liking to his game.
Yeah.
The confidence that they play with, defense again. 2 teams that are pretty good defensive squads, but you know, I think Hangzhou's the favorite in this game, man.
Even though they play with 3. That's difficult. But
even with 3.
Can I paint you some scenarios?
Do it, please.
Okay, so Hangzhou at 1-on-1, they got 21 points scored. Miami now at 2-1, waiting in the rafters to see what happens here, because in case of a Lausanne win, and Lausanne needs to score more than 20 points. So if Lausanne gets a 21 and a win, they are actually through to the quarterfinals. They beat Miami by 1 point. Now, Hangzhou at this moment at 21 points, Miami at 36. So Hangzhou need, even in a loss, they need to get to 16. And then they're safe.
Okay, magic number for Hangzhou is 16. The quick math skills of Bas Rosendahl is why we know that. And we will find out. Hangzhou will make it easy, and they save Miami with a win. That's a hard screen set by Dubas. I believe Lazic is the one that gets called for the foul. Clean screen by Dubas. He was in position, so I'm not mad at that. Dubas using a lot of time. And Dubas goes down. Took a shot to the abdomen, apparently. But they were running late in that shot clock. Think of all the time it took for them to get into this set. And there's Lazic. A little bit of an elbow. Maybe a lot of bit of an elbow.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. To put Dubas down like that. But the big fella's back and ready to get back to action. He has possession of the Wilson from the elbow, and they're running that same action. It works out in Lausanne's favor. But none of the sequence of that play really gave him any freedom.
No, just Hangzhou plays a athletic style of defense. They add to it the physicality you usually see from Eastern European teams. I don't know, they are based in China, but these fellows hail from Serbia and Montenegro.
They bring that tenacity each and every game. Lausanne fighting for their quarterfinal lives will find an easy bucket as Zebo sneaks free. Lasic lets it go. The man is wet as a skinny dipper. Two-piece, turnaround, tied up. Lasic is so comfortable, man, in that shot selection. Look, no hesitation.
Don't get it twisted. This guy is a huge talent. Did you know he still features on the Bosnian 5-on-5 basketball team, even though he only plays 3x3?
I did not know that.
Well, here you go.
However, I am not surprised by that either. So Milan Kovacevic, with his Achilles injuries, has entered the game.
Wow. It's not an Achilles, it's an ACL.
Oh, ACL, yeah.
So he's playing without an ACL in his right knee.
Lasic attacking the rack. You know, thank you. Poked away. Out of bounds it will go. And Kovacevic with a short time on the floor. Just to spell his teammate. 3-2 game. Milos will break it up. Jovanovic setting the ball screen. Two ball on the way. Offensive foul call. Kicking the leg out on the 2 attempt.
So these two teams actually met up in this season before. Not on the pro circuit, though, on 3x3 out in Japan. In the finals, in the 3x3 finals, that is, they played in the semifinals. Hangzhou with a squad similar to this one, and Lausanne with what was still West Montigny on the squad. But it was a decisive Hangzhou victory. Thank you, by the way, to sparkpost.com for those tidbits there.
Yeah, thank you very much. That shooter's roll. Filip Kaluderovic. There's Dubas. He's seen enough. He powers his way in for a third Lausanne point. Crossover from Jovanovic. Ooh, that was a narrow miss from Kaluderovic. Carlos Martinez, Hezzy, runner off the square. Nice bucket from the silent assassin. He's got a hell of an assignment with the defending Lasic. Another look at the friendly bounce that trickles in. That touched almost every part of the rim before it finally fell. Lasic with a bit of a busted lip from that last altercation with Martinez. He's got the pill up top. And his pass had far too much heat on it. It is lofted out of bounds. So Zan will take back over. 2.5 minutes into this last Pool B action. Appreciate you if you've been watching throughout the day, wherever you may be watching from. Myself, The Voice, and Boz send you our love.
Yes. So sweet.
And they should probably hit you up. But look, Boz is a 3x3 encyclopedia, in case y'all didn't know. Boz, drop him. It's at 3x3 The Mountain, right?
Yes, it is.
On IG. Give my guy a follow. 5-4 contest.
You're not going to plug your own on IG here? Come on. I'll do it for you.
Oh, they are.
Hit up the voice, too. At 3x3 The Voice.
Oh, there we go.
It's got some smooth content. Actually, we got a podcast together, too, for people that want to listen to that.
That's a fact.
Is that word on the streets? Replace the E's with threes.
Yes. So what we mean by that is just take the E's out and put threes in its place, and then you got it.
Out of streets, though, not out of the.
Yes. See, they got them all confused. They're never going to find the podcast now.
That's all right, though.
All right, we'll try that again. 6-4. We'll stick to what we know. And that's the 3x3 game in front of us right now. Hangzhou in front. We got a delay of game warning. Is that what I'm saying?
Yes, so. It's been a physical contest so far.
Kovacevic gives it up. Jovanovic, left, right, east, west. Can he hit a two on half a knee? Indeed.
He's up on bended knee.
Kovacevic is up on bended knee. No, but credit to him, man. Playing with it. He said a torn ACL.
Yes.
Man. And contributing the 2-ball. I don't think they need anything more from him. Goodbye. Kaluderovic, layup line for him. 9-5, loose ball, poked out. Foul black. Oh, that's the 7th on Hangzhou. So I believe Dubas will be shooting 2 free throws after this media timeout. So that's not very good for the Dog Pound to have 7 fouls as we reach our first break in the action. That's gonna mitigate some of that defensive effort that we normally see from them, unless they want to make this a free throw shooting contest with Lausanne the rest of the way.
And look for Jonathan Dubas now to start stepping up, right? He's the most physical player on Lausanne, and he's going to try to go to the basket and try to see if he can get these guys in foul trouble like he just did.
Converting at the free throw line could be critical for Team Lausanne, and particularly Jonathan Dubas. Expect him to be fed often throughout the rest of this game, with Hangzhou being in the penalty. He will split 2. Vlasic to Jovanovic. Kaluderovic making his move. Behind the back, he sent him stumbling and bumbling and fumbling. Killer Kaluderovic.
Yeah, Martinez opening up Google Maps to try to get back.
Oh, there's Kaluderovic gets called for that foul. So while he did have the nice move, check it out. Has he snatched back? Get over here. 2-ball. Blah. Silly foul, though, on the ensuing possession. And guess who? Johnny Dew back up at the line. Dubas, this time he will make them both. Oh, Jovanovic lost the handle on it. 11-7 as we approach the midway portion of this 10-minute sprint from here in Amsterdam. Martinez. We haven't seen much from Marco Liman.
He hasn't attempted a 2 at all.
My question would be why? Why would you not try to get him some look? He's the best shooter on Lausanne's team, bar none.
I know.
Killer.
Straight down the middle. Basket will count.
That basket counts.
And the technical attitude.
And the technical added as well.
This is where Hangzhou can really get into trouble. They're playing with 3.5. So not 2.5 men here, 3.5. They left Charlie Sheen out there somewhere.
You know, I got the reference. I never saw that show.
Never saw it?
I never watched it. I've never even watched Steinfeld.
Yeah, I haven't watched Seinfeld either.
Really?
Not much.
When I tell people that, they're flabbergasted.
It's funny, but I just never got into it. I don't know. Anyway,
Look at this.
I was trying to make a point here. This is where Hangzhou gets in trouble. They are at 9 fouls with 5:37 left to go. That is 1 foul away from the double bonus. Next defensive foul, 2 free throws, as well as possession for Lausanne. And remember, this is a points game now. Hangzhou 4 points away from punching their ticket into the quarterfinals, win or loss.
Well, you know who's watching this intently is obviously Miami.
And able to get all the way to the basket for an uncontested layup.
So as Boz pointed out, Miami with a 5-point win over Lausanne earlier, but a 6-point loss to Hangzhou. Obviously pulling for the dog pound to get a victory here, which would secure both of their spots in the quarterfinals. But with Hangzhou, I mean, they've been the better team so far offensively. But this foul trouble could cost them the game, and potentially could cost Miami a spot in the quarterfinals.
Yep.
One-point lead for Hangzhou. Lausanne need 21 points and a win. Killer Kaluderovic. The thievery. Lazy pass is broken up. Killer Kaluderovic can't hit it.
Tosses it high, nice catch. New pass. Off the square into the circle.
Vlasic no good.
Ricochets off the rim.
We are right around that time where you usually see a team playing with 3 implode, lose some of their stamina, go on E a little bit. So let's see how long Hangzhou can hold on. They're getting open shots like this, though. That helps a lot.
And they're 2 points away from their magic number, right?
They are.
Kaluderovic behind the back. Vlasic, he has not seen a shot he does not like. That is a high percentage spike from Alex Factor Vlasic.
Out of nowhere. 15-12.
Did you say Alex Factor?
I did.
I caught that. That was a good one.
Indeed. I'm just throwing out nicknames until they stick. But look at that. Ferocious one-handed Yanni. 15-12. Fall away midi. No. Vlasic will set the screen. Kaluderovic. He don't miss. So he's on a scoring tangent right now. Oh, you fancy. Good hands there from Liman. Swiped it away. Silent assassin. All oxygen on that attempt. Yeah.
So just to paint you a picture here, while we watch Kaluderovic, that's a magical shot. Off balance, getting hit slightly. But Miami's watching on because, in this case, say Lausanne makes a comeback. Say they get to 21. Miami's out. Because Hangzhou would surpass them points-wise, and Lausanne would too.
All right. So, with 3:39 left, still a lot to be decided here. But Hangzhou just trying to hang on now. But the door is open for Lausanne. We haven't seen their best yet. And Hangzhou is in the double penalty. Wow. That is an 8th foul on Lausanne. This was nearly a posterization, but Dumas got called for that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't much of a shove, but he did. There was contact on the hip. Vlasic will miss on the first. Talk about him featuring on the 5-on-5 national team. But I ask players all the time, would you rather be a small fish in a big pond or a big fish in a small pond? 3x3 provides that opportunity. There's room for new stars in this league, that is for sure.
Pozic on his way to at least trying to get there.
The early looks look good. Jovanovic spinning and winning in the paint. Nice up fake from Dubas. He sold that one. Jovanovic now going to work. Game point, Hangzhou.
Jovanovic's game is so unorthodox, man, but he finishes at such a high rate.
And can shoot it too. Oh, Zamoyski. Stroke was broke. Swung over. Lasic wide not. He'll miss the two. Stole it. It's just a little overzealous on that entry pass. That would have been ball game. Timeout on the floor with 2:19 left. And right now, it's not looking good for Lausanne to pull off that comeback.
It is not. And man, Hangzhou, incredible play by them, especially with Kovacevic only stepping on the pitch for probably 30 seconds at most. So again, they play with three, and again, quite a dominant performance from this team. And I can't help but be amazed.
I think that they got as good a chance as any of the top teams to win this whole thing. And that includes the defending World Tour final winners. I think Hangzhou even match up well against them. Dubas with the score. Kaludenovic. He drives strong to the rim. Shout out to Jimmy Lazarevetsky. He tells me that Kaludenovic in Serbian means monk. Thinks his nickname should be Monk. We'll work on that nickname. While he puts this game to bed, I'm still gonna call him Killer. He provides the kill shot, the dog pound.
There goes that weird bark again.
Game over. Pool B is put to bed. Miami are safe for now, as Lausanne will bow out here day one. Team Hangzhou. I would say team of the day so far. Who's been more impressive than
Amsterdam, possibly.
No, Amsterdam probably should have lost that first game that they played against Carolina.
You are right.
It's got to be the dog pound.
I like Vienna too, but dog pound, yeah, jump there. Sure.
Yeah, Vienna, dog pound. Dominant performances. Who will dominate the last 10-minute sprint? The only question remaining on the day. Make your picks. Is it Utrecht? Is it Carolina? It's Pool A up next to close day one of the Amsterdam Masters. Stick around. So Team Carolina trying to come out and put forth the same effort that they put forth against Amsterdam. Had them down, I think, 19-14 before the defending World Tour Final champs came back and snatched that win. Carolina, with that bitter taste still in their mouth in a game that they let slip from their grasp, they have to win this one against the other Dutch entry, Utrecht, who are tough as nails, who know how to play this game as well. I expect this one to be a fight to the finish. I'm expecting a close game. I don't know how you see this one, Bob.
I think this is going to be a very close game, and it's going to come down to whether Utrecht can knock down some twos, and who is going to get loose for Carolina. Is Brian Gonzalez going to join Antonio Ralat again? Because they were good for 17 out of 20 points in their last game. And like I mentioned, Utrecht 1 of 7 from 2, and that one came all the way down the stretch of that game when the game was already played, right? They need some looks from range to go down to be able to beat this offense for Carolina. That's extremely potent.
Well, there they are. Nathan Butler, Brian Gonzalez, Luis Quascut, Antonio Ralat. New team name, formerly known as San Juan. They are Carolina this year in the all red. Out come the opponents. I guess you can call them homestanding Utrecht. 20 minutes drive from here. Adatunji and in Nesta Agassi shape this year. Okay, maybe not quite, but he's getting there. He's been in the weight room.
He has been.
He's heading in the right direction. Norbert Thellesen providing the defense and the size. And the ever-wise DeMail van der Horst having some fun with Julian Jaring, former teammate. What up, Juice? On his way to the floor, hoping it's not for the last time at this edition of the Amsterdam Masters. Black tops, white bottoms for Utrecht. Who came up short against Amsterdam in their first contest. When you look at Carolina and that 1-point loss to Amsterdam, Ralat with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 of 7 from long range. 4 of his 5 rebounds were offensive. That's DeMail van der Horst on your screen. The Olympic representative on this Utrecht squad. Time for warming up is over. There's business to get to. For Utrecht, van der Horst with 6 points and 5 highlights in that, again, that 6-point loss to Amsterdam. Thellesen and Adatunji, both with 3. Agassi with 2 points and 4 rebounds. Between Adatunji and Thellesen, who do you think has the potential to give them more offensively? Because I think that van der Horst is going to need some help.
Yeah, look, Norbert Thellesen would be the safe bet here, but I think Shea Adatunji, with his speed and his shooting ability, is more capable of popping off. Thellesen, he'd be solid, though. He can get some shots underneath the basket. He's a good rebounder, like shows here. If he can get up to 4 or 5 and Shea can get you a couple of twos, I think Utrecht might be in good shape.
Carolina looking to apply the pressure early. He's an assassin at Ralat. Mid-range, cashes in to tie this game at 1 apiece. Around comes Ralat. Inside, that is wiped away. Nasty Agassi.
Man, he met him at the apex. He jumped before Butler Lynn jumped.
He didn't do a scout report, man.
No, he did not.
Agassi wants no company today.
Out there skywalking.
That was pretty. 1-1.
Nice. Elbow.
Ooh, Adetunji, smooth. Drive and scoop. What is that sound I'm hearing? Is that booze?
I guess so.
Are you kidding?
We're in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam people don't get along with Utrecht people?
No city gets along with each other. We're in the Netherlands.
This is it's quite awkward for me to hear Utrecht scoring and people here in the Netherlands booing them.
Yep.
Well, 3-3. You're even shocked. I can tell.
I am a little bit, yes. I expected the home crowd to turn up for the Dutch squad.
I'm going to be paying close attention to how they react the rest of this game. It's 3-3 right now. For the next Carolina score, I'm going to be listening pretty intently.
Oh, they're saying you for Utrecht.
Oh.
Somebody's helped me out. Thanks, Dick.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and no thank you. Norbert Thellesen. Emphasis on the first two letters of his first name. No. It's a no from Norbert as he beats that one off the glass.
That left a Wilson-sized dent.
They're going to have to put some air back in that thing as he'll kick it up top. Oh, well, that's a lot of contact there.
I have to say, that is a foul. Body check and a half.
Whistle came a little bit late, but it did come. Still deadlocked at 3 apiece. Winner takes all. Quarterfinals at stake in this one. Thellesen, no sir. Kwasku, he breaks it up. Agassi is able to recover, but only one to shoot. Dimes right on time. Little string music and air guitar play. Inside, Thellesen, no siree. And Ralat bringing some intensity defensively. But look at this, the save from Agassi just in the nick of time for the male Founder horse to drain it. And Utrecht lead it by 1. Okay, I'm glad we got that whole boo thing sorted out. It's not booze, it's
it's you.
Ooh. Okay.
I do think Carolina just got hit with a coaching warning.
Okay.
As you know, in a game of 3x3, you can't coach.
Yeah.
And their coach is probably in the stands, as teams do have coaches.
Oh, my goodness. Listen to me. Antonio Ralat is a star like a sheriff's badge. He's the man in charge on this team. Look at he electric slided on him. Hit the shot with the contact.
How many times have we seen Ralat hit a shot like that? It's not his first. It's not his second.
Since he started playing 3x3. He does not knock down the free throw. And he's rocking, I don't know, he's rocking the goatee this year. He looks a little bit more dangerous to me now than the babyface assassin.
At the elbow. Hands it off. To Lotto.
Lotto trying to find Kwasku, but it's a turnover. And a substitution as Brian comes in. One of 2 new adds to this Carolina squad. Oh, whoa. Adetunji went flying. I don't really see what happened. I didn't see what happened there. And now we'll both get a look.
Oh, Kwasku just grabbed him and chucked it to the side.
Yeah.
And then he tried to tell the referee he didn't do anything. That's nice.
Nobody's ever wrong. Got a foul, off ball, offensive.
Foul's going to be a factor in this game. Carolina already at 6. Utrecht now at 3.
That ain't good for Carolina.
It is not.
With 7.5 to play. Not unless they get an offensive explosion. Lotto. No. Bellison using the screen, now setting the screen. Van der Horst will find him inside. And Bellison gets it up right on time with the flying quad scoop. Unable to get there. Ralat now on the drive, behind the back, espionage-like, and sets quad scoop up for the bucket. Dimes, no good.
Wait. An offensive foul called there, but Ralat was putting up his hand because he was trying to pull back Bellison. He thought he had the foul.
Look at it, the dish. That had that Puerto Rican flavor on it. Wascoot there to receive it. 7-7. Doesn't get any closer than this for a play-in game to the quarters. This is our first look at Carolina on the World Tour this season, and Utrecht as well.
And here, FX Camp, the new definition of a ball head. Right
Temperatures drop here in this as we head into the evening. Hoodie necessary in the venue.
Good thing you brought a sweater, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what it's like for the players, but I imagine they feel it a little bit too.
Like you get chilly when you get on the bench.
Yeah. A little breeze coming through.
5-7-7.
Trying to get it over to Ralat now. Gonzalez, who has been quiet, he will force a tough two-up that Adetunji will corral. Stolen right back. Gonzalez now right down Broadway. Fortunate for him that is cleaned up. Van der Horst. No. Ralat. He will misfire from the corner. Gonzalez with a save. Butler. Nice look. He won't get continuation. But the foul is on the floor, and now Utrecht have even Carolina in the foul category with 6 apiece.
Carolina scrapping on the boards there, getting 3 offensive rebounds in a row against the taller Utrecht squad.
Ralat changing direction. He will miss it. Lotto to El Precio, applying the pressure on Adetunji. He will elevate and score it. Now Adetunji inside. Agassi. So athletic. He'll convert what is Utrecht's 8th point. Oh, Butler couldn't finish it. Slow to get up. He better do something. It gets a body on Agassi just in enough time. And now he'll work from the top of the key as Lotto comes around. Now it's Kawasku. Oh, he's too much. He's too much down there. Agassi, no. They can't keep him off the boards though. Butler will get a hand on that at least. And that will leave 9 seconds on the shot clock. 5 minutes in this game left. 3x3 The Voice, Kyle Montgomery here with you on this last game of the day. Bob's Rosen on the mountain. Rocking the mic as well. Dimes with all the fakes. Couldn't get the make. But it is followed up by Bellison. Gonzalez Colon, oh no. Bellison, good effort. They nearly got a steal, but it will stay with red. Next defensive foul, we'll see free throws.
I wonder how long Carolina can keep up this high intensity that they're playing with.
We're going to find out. Gonzalez is still bucketless, I believe, in this game. Adetunji. Oh, that's a kick ball, clear as day. Gives Utrecht a chance to get reset. Nesta will take a seat, as will Gonzalez. Uh-oh. I like the intensity from Butler. I just read his lips. Did you see what he said?
I don't know if we should repeat that.
Oh, no, we can't. But I think Adetunji ignored him. Gave him a two-piece instead. Kawasku out here beating people up. He's the bully on this playground. And Adetunji, oh, it ain't that windy. Dimes with an unorthodox.
That's a smart move. He cut off Kawasku to try to time that to block his shot.
A media timeout with 3:52 left, and Utrecht had taken a step in front thanks to this sidestep two-splash from Adetunji. And then the scoop from the Olympic champion, the male van der Horst. And now, Dutch fans show Utrecht that support and that love. They've been doing it really from the start.
Yeah, we just mistook their U's for oohs or boos.
Yes, there were never any boos. Adetunji, the runner, killing him softly. Adetunji having a good game for Utrecht.
That's a 7th foul on Utrecht, though. Physical contact on Ralat. But look at Adetunji. Another one of those scoop floaties.
Adetunji's in his bag.
I told you, he's new and improved. I know he stuttered at times last year.
Yeah, well, he struggled with his close range shooting. It was his layups. It was anything within 5 feet.
He was always rushed because he could feel contact coming, and he didn't want that contact. Now he's added some muscle. He still has the speed. He still has the shooting touch.
Dead even. 13 all. Anybody's game. Got another whistle. That's on Carolina. They have now stepped into the penalty as well. Pellison, though, who has had some struggles at the free throw line. 50% on the day. Gets another chance at 2 from the line. Nope. At least not on the first.
You can see it when the ball came out of his hands. He's second guessing his shooting touch here.
He knocks down the second. They will turn to Ralat. Off the miss, Stellison will reestablish the possession for Utrecht with Adetunji. Unselfish play. Well, what a defensive play there from Brian Gonzalez. Got a hand in there to prevent. Looked like it was going to be a sure score for me.
They want to check the shot clock to see how much time is left here. It says 2.1 right now. All depends on when Cologne went out of bounds.
Every second matters here. With 3:11 to go. Pool A's finale, day 1's finale for this Amsterdam Masters 2025. The crowd is engaged, trying to ignite Utrecht. They decided actually 1.1 seconds is the proper amount of time for Adetunji to get a look, to get a shot up. Adetunji. What in the world? Adetunji is out of his mind. How? Carolina had to be careful because that kind of bucket, and that could take a lot of air out of your sails. Adetunji is cooking. Chef Curry with it. 17-13, Utrecht have taken control. 2.5 to play. No better time for Lotto than now. Comes up just shy on that attempt. Dimes in crunch time. Nesta inside. And then the steal. Dimes. Off the miss. Wasco putting a 2 in. And that will give Carolina some life. What a shot from Adetunji. I mean, he was outside county lines when he hit that.
And Wilson dropped out of orbit.
Straight from the sky. With 1 second to get the shot up, that was, I think that'll make the top 5 plays today.
Yeah, and look, seeing this, besides the fact that Utrecht now is ahead, obviously, and the home crowd loves it, this makes me proud, man. I got to be honest with you. I picked up Shea when he was coming into 3x3. I was his coach for the national team. I saw something in the young kid, and he's worked and worked. And last year wasn't his year.
Yeah.
He added the muscle, and he added the confidence, and look what he's doing here.
Color me impressed.
A game breaker.
Me impressed. Yeah. Adetunji is taking his game to the next level. Can he take Utrecht to the next level? Pellison, that was broke. Crafty play by Van der Horst. He keeps it alive. Gonzalez is ricocheting off all kinds of bodies. Finds himself free for 2, and it'll roll in. Uh-oh. Carolina, the Cardiac Kids, still alive in this one.
On the turnover, a 5-second violation for Tellison.
That could be a big turnover. And a couple of huge 2 balls that go down for Carolina. Kowalski hit one. And now Gonzalez looking for another. No bueno.
It's a foul, though.
The 2 won't. Yeah, the 2 won't count. But foul on the floor, 2 free throws coming. And I think the officials are going to discuss. Bonds, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think that shot was on the way, man. I think that shot was on the way. Then I heard the whistle. I think that could count.
And then 2 free throws.
We'll see what the decision is. No basket.
No
okay.
basket.
All right. But 2 shots. Huge free throws by Antonio Valad. Valad trying to tie this game. Light work for Lotto. Valad coming off a 10-point explosion, game 1. He's up to 6 in this one. He needs a 7th to even it up. He does. 19 apiece. Pellison with great position. Gives Utrecht game point. Lotto. The man in the goatee is goated. Lotto with the Powerball game winner. Carolina gets some payback on the Dutch, who stole one from them in game 1. They take it back, and they get it from Utrecht. That is a heartbreaker, as Utrecht are stunned. They had this in the bag. There's the go-ahead bucket inside from Dellison, but How many times have we seen Lotto in the clutch?
Don't leave that man a shot at the end of the game because he will knock it down. That is 100% almost.
Is there a bigger killer?
I don't know. We've seen him hit so many of these. I mentioned it before. They gave him a sliver of space, and it's enough.
The resume that he's built in late game situations. He got that Kobe gene, man. It's that Mamba mentality. Credit Utrecht, who played a great game, and Adetunji, best game I've seen him play. They look like they're on the way up. I gotta reevaluate Utrecht this year, really. But credit Carolina. They came and got that one. What a way to end the day.
Well, end the day.
The day for me.
Yes.
The World Tour is done, but the Women's Series semifinals are still yet to come. So we'll get through these highlights, and then we'll show you the quarterfinals for tomorrow. And then, of course, you'll stick around for the Women's Series. And I'm not talking about Boz, I'm talking about y'all at home. Won't you? All right, you promise. Big shot after big shot. Each team showing guts, toughness, resolve, a never say die mentality. That was a crazy make from Adetunji. But Kowalski, Gonzalez, and the hero to the rescue, Lotto. That man is different. You hear me? Different. Here are your pool phase results on a 12th game slate to get us started here back in the Dam. Vienna go undefeated. They dominate their group. Miami make their way in with a 1-1 record. They survive and advance. Riffa get bounced by Vračar, one of the shocks of the day. Liman also handled a business and will look like one of the stronger teams going into the quarterfinals. They are undefeated. So 4 unbeatens in Amsterdam, RABOBANK as well. The home team, they clawed and fought their way to victory against Carolina and Utrecht. And that will have our quarterfinal brackets officially set for tomorrow. Amsterdam, RABOBANK, and Toulouse in a rematch of the World Tour final last year. Vienna and Miami, Hangzhou and Vračar, Liman and Carolina. Your final 8 remaining, going for $40,000 and our 3rd Masters crown of 2025. All right, so we'll get started tomorrow at 12 p.m. local time with the quarters. We'll sprinkle in the dunk contest and the 2-point shootout final as well. Do not be late. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be back with the World Tour, but don't you go anywhere because the conclusion of the Amsterdam Women's Series is coming up next. Stick around, stay locked in, and let's show the ladies some love here in the Dam. For Boz Rosendahl, I'm the voice of 3x3 Kyle Montgomery saying peace out from day one. See you tomorrow, 12 noon.